Tell me why I had a man call the funeral home and say, "You buried my nephew in the wrong plot." I'm like, wait, what now? So I pull up the file, I check the cemetery records, and yep, his nephew was buried on Saturday, as in 3 days ago. And I swear to you, I looked at the name and I said, "Didn't I literally see you at the grave on Saturday?" "Sir, you were there. You watched us lower him into the ground, and you said nothing." Nothing! Nothing! So I asked him, "Why didn't you say something then?" And he's like, essentially, "I don't know." Well, I don't know. Okay. But now he's pissed, full on, screaming at me, demanding we dig up the body of his nephew and move him like we're just out here playing magical graves. So here's the deal. The family has a big chunk of cemetery plots. They're all technically owned by the children of the grandparents. So the children's parents, grandparents of the guy that died. The grandma was buried first, grandpa too, and apparently this guy, entitled Uncle, was planning on being buried next to his mother, except that's where his nephew just got buried because the nephew's mother, Uncle's sister, if you're following me, chose that spot for her son. Now, the problem, she didn't get written permission from all of the other siblings, and neither did the cemetery. They just assumed everyone was cool with it. Spoiler alert, they were not, in fact, cool with it. So I had to call the mother, this poor woman in her 80s living on a fixed income, and she just starts crying. She could barely afford the funeral as it is. Her son died suddenly of some sort of cardiac event. No warning, no time to plan, and no parent ever expects to bury their own child, nor should they ever have to. And now her brother is threatening to sue her if we don't move him. He showed up at her house screaming. So yeah, we ended up having to call the gravedigger and the vault guy and schedule an exhumation, and bless them, they did it for a reduced cost to help this poor mom out. But that's more travel, more labor, more grief. We didn't charge anything extra to be there because one grown-ass man couldn't open his mouth at the grave and say, "Hey, wait, that's my spot." Cemetery drama is real, and people really will watch their nephew, who tragically died, be buried in their own plot and not say anything until Monday. So that's a story time.